Hi guys, I'm here. I'm vlogging. The vlog is long overdue, but I've been suffering a little bit. So, just want to give you a bit of background. Um, my physiotherapist has been working on me for 13 years because I was diagnosed with osteoarthritis at the age of 27. So, she's been with me through everything. Problem is, we can't get the pain under control. And before we do any kind of recovery plan or any like she said, any kind of range of motion stuff, we really need to get the pain under control first. So she did a lot of research and she found this woman to do the treatment for me. And I just want to preface this with saying that I'm on a journey, and I'm about all things authentic. And I realized that I do the chronically ill community, fibromyalgia, lupus community, a disservice by the fact that I am, have my makeup on, hair done, everything's great. And so I've decided, just covered some pigmentation marks, but that's about it. Have not done my hair, curly hair, don't care. I've been in too much pain to do it really, anyway, even if I had wanted to. So I am going to try and be a lot more raw with my vlogs because I do want you to be a part of my journey. I do want you to see that I am having a crappy day. My physiotherapist said to me, like, when the new one, you come in with this aura of just like joy and happiness, but when I feel your body, you should be like someone that's coming in so much pain, looking sick. And the other problem is that these are invisible diseases, so we don't always look sick, but inside, that's a whole different story. So yeah, treatment one, I go in, and so I was supposed to do laser, right? She feels my body and she's like, whoa, wow, wait, I've never experienced anything like this. This is so bad. We have to actually use the electroshock therapy machine on you first to like break down all these spasms and like the connective tissue being all balled up. Before we can even think of using lasers on you, we can't, because lasers is like to, get you on the road of it healing. But this is insanity. And I was laughing because most medical practitioners, when they look at me, they're like, she's fine. And then they touch my body and they're like, oh my God, how are you even managing? So, yes, I had this experience again, which was interesting. I must say I did like her because she understood me. She understands fibromyalgia. She's really great. If you want the details, message me and I'll give it to you. Especially if you have fibromyalgia and you're looking for pain treatment options, you might want to visit her. I said to her, because we had a chat in the beginning to just get a feel of where I'm at, and I said, I'm literally at the point where I dread waking up in the morning, and I want to bang my head into a wall hard many times just so that I can feel a different pain than the pain I'm feeling right now. I want I want to feel something else because all I feel is pain 24/7. It's just the levels that vary, and I've been having such bad pain flares. It's really worn me out. And like last week was really, really bad. So my first session with her was on Friday. We go in electroshock. Funny thing is, it sort of runs a cycle. and then it stops, and then she restarts it again to run another cycle. Technically, you're probably supposed to be done after like the one cycle. That machine overheated twice. Twice that machine stopped working. It was like, sorry, time out, not doing this anymore. There's something crazy going on here. This is not normal. You're overworking me. But yes, that was interesting. I was being pummeled, and it was like this jackhammer. I swear it must have been like 100 times a minute. And then it was with shocks as well to like sort of break down these spasms, which it did not completely break down, even though she had used it for quite a bit of time. And so obviously it is ongoing treatment. She then used the laser, which is like this grade 4 laser, Star Wars. And sorry, I'm very random. She had to put on protective gear, and I had to keep my face in the hole because it could literally like blind you. But it was easy. The laser is just, it feels warm, and you just feel like this warm little wand going over the areas that are affected. So first session, more electroshock therapy to just like loosen up everything because it was awful, and then some laser. Afterward, oh my god, it was awful. Obviously, because it had been used so much on me, I had ringing in my ears. I developed what I call normal people headaches because, like, I have pain in my head, but it's not like a headache. I developed normal people headaches. I felt disorientated. I did not feel good after that first session. I really felt sick. And my next session was the Tuesday. The Tuesday morning, I sort of started feeling not too bad. The pain never goes away. Okay, this is it, just it never goes away. Just levels that vary. And I'm going off point here, but what I was saying to her about banging your head against the wall so that you could feel like a different kind of pain. She said to me that she has another fibro patient who has like tattoos all over her body, and she asked her about the tattoos, and she said, you know what? I do this so I can feel something else other than the pain that I feel from fibromyalgia every day. So that was like, we clicked. She totally got it. She was like, I understand, because I've got a patient that tattoos her whole body because she wants to feel something else. And so you wanting to bang your head against the wall, I absolutely understand that. And that's when I was like, yes, this is not someone where I'm going to have to explain myself and try and try and get validation that I really have pain, and try and convince them that it's really bad. Either way, once you feel my body, you know that I must be in extreme pain because it's insane. So second treatment, we decided more laser, less shock therapy, and it was hilarious because she's like, oh my god, you look like you're growing a wing. And I'm like, oh, what? A wing? Cool. Like, I'm an angel. People have told me that, but she's like, no, it's a muscle, but it looks like a wing sticking out. And she had to shock that bugger. Kept shocking it, kept doing more electroshock therapy on it. She can't go too high, or she'll literally like fracture my neck or fracture my skull. And I have a lot of pain sort of in like where your skull and your neck connect. That area gets very tense. So what we did was we worked on with the laser. So let's see. This is now test run now. It hasn't been too tight, which is a good thing, but I'm not sure if it's because the pain flare subsided or because of the laser. So I'm just going to sort of check it. and then obviously she did all the shock therapy. So that was pretty interesting. The shock, I love the shock therapy. I love it. It loosens stuff. I'm not as stiff. My muscles aren't as balled up and um, in spasm like they normally are. It actually does work quite well. And I understand what they say, where using your hands can actually maybe trigger more inflammation, whereas using this machine doesn't do the same thing. And I had this, it's like this whole muscle in my neck, and she couldn't penetrate it. She was trying, and she's like, nothing is working. This thing is. She's like, when your next session comes, we have to work on it again, because I have to stop working on it. I can't continue working on it, because like there's only so much shocking I can do of this thing, and it's not even relenting. I'm like, that's my body. Hi. Relentless pain, relentless spasms, relentless. So my next session is on Friday, and Friday, now I've done dry needling before, and my pain tolerance is like so high that with my other physio, she would laugh and also freak out, because I'd be like lying there and like, what you doing? And she's like, Tracy, I just put 38 needles in you. And I'm like, oh. And she's, Tracy, 38 needles. You didn't flinch. You didn't move. And I'm like, that little prick is nothing compared to whatever is going on. So when you prick me with a little needle, it means nothing. So this time, because the pain goes up into my skull as well, this time we only focus, for now, because of the pain flare, we're focusing on my neck and shoulders. And when I have a pain flare, that's the area that flares up and is like what sends me to the ER, because that pain becomes just too unbearable. Think migraine, migraine, whichever you want to call it, times 1,000. And you're sort of close to the kind of pain I'm in. Like, I'm sensitive to noise, like light and all kinds of things, and it's just like constant. It goes on for like 6 days, 7 days and counting. She has broken some pain. There's definitely been some pain that's been broken, because I don't feel as bad as I did last week, which is yes. Small wins. I'm all about small wins. I will take it. And so we're going to be doing the needles, but she's going to attach jumper cables to them. So stick the needles in my head, attach the jumper cables, and then like shock it. I'm down, guys. Other people are like, I know my brother goes like, ew, don't tell me about your treatments, it's gross, it freaks me out. And I would never let anybody do that to me. And I'm just like, no, go for it, do it. Let's see if this works. I'm down. And I know most chronically ill people can probably relate to this, that when you're feeling that much pain, you are willing to try almost anything. So I'm down for anything. I am down for anything. If it's gonna possibly give me some relief, go for it. Do it. So my next session is Friday, which is tomorrow, which I didn't know, because I've got fibromyalgia fog going on big time, lupus fog going on big time. So fog, brain fog times 2, cognitive ability is not great. So I didn't even know tomorrow was Friday. I was quite shocked to find out that it was Friday. So I am going for treatment tomorrow. and tomorrow we'll do the jumper cable needles, we'll do the laser, and inevitably she's gonna have to do the shock machine because my muscles can't help themselves, man. They keep going into spasm, and today has been a pain day for me because things like stress, emotional stuff sort of trigger your pain flares. And so, yeah, I didn't have great news today. Just didn't get, I got some not so great news today. And that messed with me emotionally and stuff. And so, stressed me out too. Um, and that made me start a spasm. But happily, I'm going to see her tomorrow. So whatever spasms happened, she's going to shock out of me. And I will be touching on mental health, because it is so important for people with fibromyalgia and lupus. Mental health directly affects your symptoms. I know my flares are triggered by stress and anxiety and emotional stuff. So, yeah, I promised you the vlog, and I'm finally in a space where I could actually do a bit of a vlog. And I must say, I do like vlogging, so expect a lot of vlogs from me if I can, because with my disease, everything is unpredictable, completely unpredictable, just as random as I am, I guess. So glad that I got to update you guys, and please continue checking my page. I will post things on the page as well, especially if I'm not able to do vlogs, but I'd really like to have more regular vlogs, and even do a little collage of maybe 3 or 4 days worth of like how I'm feeling today kind of thing. If you like that idea, give me a thumbs up. Sending you light and love,